What is community cohesion? What does it look like? And how do school partnerships help? To find out, we visited a cluster of schools in Bradford.
Bradford itself is like a very multicultural city, and the population itself is about 500,000. There's about 100,000 which are from Pakistani background, and then you get small pockets which are Bangladeshi and Indian and Sikh community as well. And recently we've had quite an influx of migrant community as well.
The community cohesion agenda is very close to the heart of the school because of the children who represent the different ethnic mixes. Our role in school really is to get a better understanding for everyone of each other's cultural heritage so that we can all work and get along together well.
Healthy. Change places if you like going to sleep.
The Linking Project is a really interesting project, and it emerged after the Bradford riots and the Ousley report in 2002.
Change places if you...
The children in the hall today are our Year 3 children, and each year we have one class link with one class from Myrtle Park Primary.
The activity actually comes from some training that teachers at Fry's and all have done, which is called Critical Skills. And it's about sort of getting to know you, about making children feel part of a group. And what you're doing is you're asking them to reply to a question.
Oh, up there, have you got one?
Change places if you like aircraft.
Aircraft or aeroplanes? Sullivan?
Change places if you like basketball.
You like basketball?
You can't just take people from one community and put them in another. And I can remember when Myrtle Park first visited, we had to get over parental anxieties about children coming down here. Was it safe? I mean, the riots had stopped at the top of the road.
Your friends.
Your friends. Change places if you like your friends. That's a lovely one. It is a lovely one, isn't it?
What it's trying to do is get the children to actually realise that they share so much more than what is different about them. They share an awful lot, the television programmes they watch, the games they play, their family groupings. So they're part of a community and a wider community, and we have lots of shared values.
1, 2, 3. Off you go.
There are 2 secondary and 2 primary schools in the Bradford cluster, with links to schools in Pakistan. Today they've come to Peel Park, the city's plant nursery, to work on a joint project called the Outdoor Classroom.
The children benefit from working with the other schools and are very excited with working with children from other schools because they are different. We've got to value the differences between the schools and the breadth of experience that brings. When they're working together, it's amazing how they interact with the other children and how the differences between the different cultures enhances what the children are doing.
Feversham College is a voluntary-aided, all-girls Muslim school in Bradford. For us at Feversham, it's really important because of the faith nature of our school that we do integrate and we do mix with other students of other faiths and similar faiths. So for us, it's about fostering relationships with other schools, with outside communities, and nurturing those links.
Welcome to Peel Park Nursery. I'm Neil McLaughlin. Here we grow all the plants for Bradford Council. We grow them for Bradford, Keighley, Shipley, Ilkley. So all the plants that you see on the roundabouts, in the parks, everywhere, we grow those.
Generally, the girls at Feversham College are very confident. They're confident in their own skills and their own abilities, and I think being a single-gender school, that is nurtured in terms of the classroom and developing in their own self-esteem. So when they go out to mix with other schools, mixed schools, for example, Thornton Grammar School, they're very, very confident. However, when they approach and they first meet the students, I think it's fair to say that they are nervous and a little apprehensive.
You don't really need to firm them in if you just put the compost.
Once they do the icebreakers and break the barriers down, kids are kids. The girls will mix with other boys and girls from any school within, but from an inquiring mind, I think, first and foremost.
I'm very conscious of all the activity going on behind me and the noise and the fun that's going on. And I can't think of a better example of community cohesion or interchanging of ideas. They don't often get the opportunity to work with other students, younger, older than themselves, from other schools and different backgrounds.
I coordinate activity in Bradford. I also link with schools in Pakistan. The reason why it's unique, I would say, is the connection with schools in Pakistan.
What that's done is, from the sort of school and the teacher's perspective, it's given us an insight into the Pakistani heritage, which many of our children have. But it's also given the parents the opportunity to see that the school actually values them, because we now have this shared sort of connection and link with, you know, a place that many of them originate from and still have connections with.
We're looking forward to connecting with Pakistan to see what type of plants they're growing and the conditions that they're growing in. And we're also hoping to exchange videos of each other's gardening projects, so it's extending away from Bradford to Peshawar in Pakistan.
When we were in Peshawar, one of our visits was to the Archaeological Museum at the university, and we were shown around all the exhibits, and we realised that the Indus Valley civilization is something that we haven't covered in school. And it was really important that we took that on board for our school, because for a lot of our children that is their heritage. Mrs Excel at Feversham Girls High School decided it would be a good project for her Year 7 literacy group to take on board.
Before civilization, nobody really understands if there was anybody there.
We just call it the Pakistan Heritage Project, and it basically starts in the Indus Valley, thousands of years ago.
The ancient civilization must have marvellous craftsmen, skilled in pottery, weaving and metalworks.
Representatives from our Year 7s have been out to teach the other children about the heritage of Pakistan. And obviously lots of the children are from Pakistan in the area, and they weren't aware of the Harappan culture or the Silk Road going through so importantly through their country.
This is a picture of a woman, and she's wearing really nice colourful robes, and this was probably made of cotton. And as you can see, it's really nice and beautiful. And these are the jewelries that they used to generally wear. These were really precious. These are the ones that the women used to wear.
I think it's really very important that they do realise that they are part of this rich background that is now enhancing England. And it's also helping them maybe to feel a bit prouder than they were.
What gave the Harappans the idea to make jewellery, toys and pottery?
Everyone gets bored, so nowadays probably all of you lot have toys. So in them days, for the children, they probably made toys and like other stuff. Probably the rich ones had jewellery, but the others didn't.
When we were Ofsteded on citizenship, just before Christmas, we were actually given outstanding for this project, the international project and the heritage project.
The importance of working with Pakistan for us is that the children think that they know a lot about Pakistan. Often that's through 2 or 3 generations of family talk. And though some of the children have visited Pakistan, they haven't really looked at the cultural history, and nor have they looked at the other groups of people in Pakistan. Pakistan is a very diverse country, as is Britain.
At the beginning of this year, we built in a whole 3-week block of investigating the local environment. It's really important those children in Peshawar know a little bit more. It's all right saying this in Manningham Library, but if we don't tell them a bit more about it, they'll say, well, so what? Now, my ICT project with Year 4 is to take the results of that research and create a virtual trail of our area.
Search around Manningham and you have to try to find Manningham Sports Centre. Now zoom back out, let's have a look if it's here's Manningham Sports Centre. Now go on that picture to see if it's the right one.
We're creating maps with place marks and a bit of description. We're looking on the internet for some more information about the places in the local area, and we shall send that off to Peshawar so the children there can explore our area virtually.
Thornton Grammar School is a more recent addition to the Bradford cluster.
In a sense, it's an extension and an intensification of the community cohesion agenda that we have always operated in this school. These links and this exploration, if you like, of our cultural links with other communities and the differences and similarities we've got with other communities is part of what we do as a school.
Thornton Grammar has set up a Skype call with Feversham College on the other side of the city.
We've got a laptop over here which is connected to the network, and we've also got a webcam, and the same sort of technology used at Feversham as well. So we've both got Skype accounts which we've created specifically for the project.
Hello everybody!
That's more like it.
Feversham girls greeting you.
The actual theme is making the world a better place. It is a lot of cross-curricular work which is already taking place in school. We're actually covering global warming.
You can have a compost heap in the school garden. Because there's more kids, and when they have lunch, this brings food out, don't they?
They performed brilliantly today. A lot of the children that normally don't take part in classroom discussions, and I saw them today in a different light. You know, they were sort of keen to sort of get involved, and they were keen to help the children on the other side as well, sort of, you know, express and share ideas.
What we could do is to get more people to save electricity, get energy saving light bulbs, and I don't know, save water and stuff.
Is it possible for your girls to maybe suggest some more ideas to our girls in regards to the environment?
Solar energy. Solar energy. Renewable energy. Not travelling right there so much and doing video conferences.
We're hoping that we'll be able to still maintain contact with people in Pakistan via the internet and maybe video conferencing now. We also realise that the electricity goes off, and it is very difficult. Communication, I would think, has been quite one of the most difficult things about it. But we know that underneath that they're still thinking about us as when the banner came.
The cluster coordinator brought us the banner quite out of the blue one afternoon after school, and we unrolled it and we all gasped because it was quite incredible. We weren't expecting to receive it. We didn't know they'd been working on it, and the Peshawar schools had put it together. They'd made 4 banners, one for each school, and we were quite overwhelmed.
To the children in Peshawar, everybody was happy to see you by our side. Now it's our turn to help and open your heart wide.
Why we should be friends? We should be friends because we will share toys and work together like good friends. Thank you for the banner. It is so nice. This is our school. This is us. We are in your one.
To the children in Peshawar, I feel upset when I hear the sadness that you don't have the same as me. What you see scares me, but I really want to help.
By having lots of projects that allow them to actually really connect with their community, with the city that they live in, I think it really does start to give them that sense of identity.
Those visits that we've had, those reciprocal visits, their teachers coming to us and us going to Peshawar, have not only helped that friendship develop and given us the impetus to carry on with the project, but it's also brought us together as a cluster in Bradford, and that's been very rich and rewarding for us.